All right, today we're out here at D&M Corvette. I've got Dave Sance here. He's the sales manager for D&M Corvette, and we're here to talk about the business aspect of D&M Corvette and actually where you've come from and where you're going and, well, what the business is today. So, Dave, thanks for being with us.
No problem.
You know, tell us about D&M Corvette and a little bit of the history.
Well, D&M started in 1984 with a husband and wife that just had a real passion for the cars in Corvettes. You know, he was restoring them, showing them, and, you know, got a really good reputation. And started in a small building, worked his way up, grew and grew and grew into one of the leading places in the country to bring your car to even have it serviced, you know, restored, sales, everything. We've done a really good job of it over the years, and then just, we've all had a passion for cars here, and it just continues to grow every year.
Okay, and now you started out as Corvette specialist,
Correct.
and now you're into the muscle cars. I even seen you had a Durango over there, 2000 Durango, and I mean, why would you have a car like that?
That was a car we bought years and years ago as just a car for the employees to drive around in. It's a Durango RT with 20,000 miles on it. So when we go to the shows out of state and stuff, we load everybody in, and kind of forgot about the car. We've owned it since '01, but somebody's going to get the nicest one in the country if they decide
20,000 miles on a 2000 is not very many miles. I mean,
no,
it's,
no.
You know, 1,000 miles a year maybe.
No, but when you come in here, whether it's service, body shop, or restoration, or the sales department, we don't have as many Corvettes as we used to, even though that's in our name and that's what we started out as. Everybody that worked here, we all had different cars. A lot of us didn't have Corvettes. We had muscle cars, and we started getting the customers asking about that, wanting us to work on them, restore them, you know, do everything, sell them, and we've got a great reputation.
And you got a great parts department too. You can acquire just about anything you need for these old cars and Corvettes, whether it's a new old stock part or whether it's something that's an aftermarket deal.
These guys have all been here for years. Everybody seems like that comes here to work doesn't leave, and the guys in the parts department are great. They've got a lot of years of knowledge and know where to get the stuff at. So.
Okay. All right. Now, moving forward, your sales department, you've got, you know, probably 40 cars in the showroom here that are available for sale. You're part of the auction scene.
Correct.
You look at cars online. Tell us about how you specialize in knowing what is a good car and what is something that's got, you know, a quick paint job and, you know, running through the auction to, you know, just to make a buck.
Sure. Well, what makes us the experts is we've all been doing this for 30 plus years, you know, from working on these cars, restoring these cars, racing these cars, showing these cars. So we've got a great handle on what goes on, how these cars were put together when they were new, because we've been around them so long. What people need to realize, you know, there's car flippers out there, this and that. You see them all the time online and everything. They'll look at 5 or 10 cars a year and try to sell those cars. We look at thousands of cars a year. We know what we're looking at, and we handpick the good ones. I don't have marginal cars. I don't have the junk. I don't have the garbage. I want the quality. That's what we're known for. I don't want the problems. You know, a lot of our customers, unfortunately, they come in here and might not have what they want at the time, and I can find you whatever you want, trust me. But I see them go to the auctions, they buy these shiny cars, and they're just wrecks underneath, and unfortunately, that's the way it is, you know.
Let's talk about the budget. I mean, you know, that's kind of one of the first things you got to figure out whenever you want to buy a muscle car or a Corvette. How much money do you want to spend, and what are you going to use it for? Where do you fall in place in helping somebody decide that?
You know, when a customer comes in and they're genuine and they're a bona fide buyer, you know, we'll sit down, we'll ask them, how are you going to use the car? What's your budget? You know, have you owned one of these cars before? You know, sometimes we'll take them for a ride in different generations or years of cars. Sometimes the customers want an old Corvette and they get in it and they realize they don't drive like these new cars do. Yeah. And also they don't want it, especially with the wife. So I put them in a newer one and then they buy it. So it happens all the time. Yeah,
everybody wants the creature comforts of today's electronics, air conditioning, power steering, power brakes, the handling that comes with these cars. I mean, they're, you know. Now, tell me about your service department. What is involved in servicing a muscle car as opposed to a regular daily driver?
I mean, for one, it goes back to like we talked about a little earlier, is the parts, getting the parts for these cars. Is, you know, sometimes people can't find the parts or they just don't have the know-how, or there's shops around the area now that don't work on this stuff anymore. So we're one of the few that do, because we've been doing it so long. And you bring a car in, you know, we're going to assess it. It usually takes about an hour, 2 hours. We have a whole write-up for you. We tell you what it needs, what it doesn't need, and you pick what you want to do. You know, we try to tell people, do the safety stuff. That's the most important. And after that, you want to make it faster, you want to make it handle better, ride better, you want to
after
upgrade.
Performance. And I noticed that you do have a dyno here, so
Yeah.
you can actually dyno tune something
Yeah.
for a vehicle that needs a little bit of a performance
Sure.
upgrade and that sort of thing to get them, the best value for, the performance money spent.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize we were one of the first places in the Chicagoland area to have a dyno jet, and it's in ground. It can do up to 1,500 horsepower. I think that's what it is, 1,500. But we've been doing it so long that we really have a grasp on what it takes to put these cars on there and get a lot out of them. We have a great tuner here that does a lot of the LS stuff for us and everything. And we've done everything from superchargers, heads and cam cars, bolt-on cars. We've done it all, resto mods, all sorts of things. It's just we got you covered with everyone from an oil change to a full-blown fabricated race car. So,
okay, now you've got customers that are repeat customers and they buy cars at auctions or they shop other things. Do you offer anything to help them get the value for their money they're going to spend when they don't buy here?
I mean, I get customers all the time that come into the showroom. They ask us, well, I'm looking at this car, this and that, and this and that, and they try to pump us for the information about a car somewhere else. That's not why we're here. I'll help you out to a certain extent, but I'm not going to help you buy a car somewhere else. We are in business, but if you tell me what you want, and you give me a budget, parameters, it's realistic, I can find you a car and I'm going to handpick that car like it's one of ours. It's going to be a good car. You're not going to have the problems with it. But but we do offer a service. Somebody sees a car out in public, if they want to bring the car here, it takes about an hour or two and our guys go over it. We check everything, tell them what it is, what it isn't, and we give them a parameter of what's a good range of what they should pay for the car, but you're going to pay for that.
Okay.
Service.
Right, which has got to be a value to somebody instead of buying something that doesn't own up to what it's being advertised.
I mean, the TV shows that are on nowadays, they've helped and hurt us. People believe everything that's on TV and it's not real, but they, I can go out and buy a car. I'm going to go spend $5 or $10 grand and buy a muscle car. It doesn't happen. It's not real. So, spend a little more money, buy a good car, and you'll be happier in the long run. So.
Now, let's say I'm a customer and I come in and I don't know what I want. What do you kind of expect from me as far as being a customer? I mean, I know that in the sales world, you especially in the car dealer or used car lot, they want to sell something to somebody anytime, but. Sometimes customers just don't know much about anything. Yeah. How do you handle that situation?
That happens every day, and some people unfortunately think this is a museum, and it's not. Just because we have a nice setup in here, all these cars are for sale. If you don't know, we have no problem helping you. Trying to guide you in the right direction. To buy the right car, it's going to suit your needs. Do you want it for show? Do you want it for race? Do you want an everyday driver type car? Do you want something that's going to be an investment? I mean, there's different accolades of what people are looking for, and you need to suit their needs, and we expect people when they come in to, be cordial, be nice, and they'll get the same in return, and we'll help you out every way we can.
Okay. Well, you've learned a little bit more about the car dealer business in the aftermarket world, really, and the performance world, and D&M Corvette. They've got it all. So thanks for talking with us today, Dave, and we appreciate you.
All right, we'll see you guys.